I think the frustrating thing is even for Garland, his playoff stats at the current moment aren't great. I know he missed the year before with the injury, but this year, like, it was really disappointing to see that for a guy that shoots about 41% from three, 46 from the field during the regular season. In the postseason, he drops that 46 to a 43%, and the turnovers are almost at four a game. And in this league, you can't have that in the playoffs. And so, like you said, Brad, like, these two guys are smaller guards. They're not going to be as big of defenders as they should be. And if your offense is not overweight or out overcoming your defensive struggle or your offensive struggles, or I guess the other way around, right? Um, if your offense isn't covering your defensive struggles, then it's a big issue, and probably one of the biggest reasons why I think that the Cavs lost last year, um, or one of the reasons I should say. But I think the Cavs, this could spell some trouble if they don't at least. I think they need to win a playoff series this season, or else I think
I
they're
think
just
it
gonna
only
lose.
happens if they get like a super favorable matchup. Because other than that, like any playoff team could just expose their biggest weaknesses. Let's leave Jarrett Allen wide open because he can't do anything other than dunk,
Yeah.
and then we're gonna attack Darius 24/7. Like,
Well, and yeah, they ended up creating the situation that every Knicks fan was worried about. I mean, honestly, the reason that I was so anti the Knicks trading for Mitchell is exactly the reason that Cleveland is probably screwed. They don't have enough balance on their team to justify like the weaknesses of their four best players, right? Like the defense between their guards is not good enough to justify the lack of offense from their bigs, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
mm-hmm.
they're just kind of in this conundrum, and it's not that far off of the Chicago problem. What is JB Bickerstaff an elite coach at? I don't think it's anything. And honestly, if anybody got
Oh,
exposed in that playoff series, it was him. He had no adjustments to anything the Knicks were doing. And honestly, I say this with respect for Tibbs. I love Tibbs. I'm gonna be straight up with you guys. If you're getting outcoached that badly by Tibbs, you should be ashamed of yourself. He doesn't you Tibbs has been the same coach for 25 years, right? I should not be at home on my couch saying like, "Why are you not doing this?" I don't get paid any money to be a basketball coach. I don't know anything about coaching basketball. That being said, the only team I ever coached, guys, this is actually a little anecdote. I coached second grade girls back in the day. This was in high school.
Throwback.
They
hey,
won they won 2 games all season. It was not a good season. They had a lot of fun. I was not a good coach. That being said, JB Bickerstaff has to make adjustments. It reminded me of a young Coach Bud almost, right?
I
Just
will
getting
say,
getting abused.
I mean, I hear you. Like, you're right about the Tibbs thing. Like, but Tibbs, in to be fair to JB, Tibbs knows what he's doing and has been in
He's
a
a good
playoff
coach.
setting like that. Yeah, like, and then also like JB really didn't have much to work with because like the personnel, Isaac Okoro couldn't hit a shot, so he had to put in Chetty, and then Chetty is just
Yeah.
getting basted by Jalen Brunson every possession. So it's
Yeah,
just
they
like,
were all getting destroyed by Brunson the one series.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
like, I
you're,
mean,
you're you're not wrong. I mean, that's kind of their problem this season. Their roster isn't any better, and that's why I had to make a sound when you said Max Strus. Like Max Strus does not
yeah,
alleviate
yeah,
any issues for this team. Like if anything, he just
yeah,
creates new problems, and they overpaid the hell out of him too.
most definitely. Their big signings were Struess and Georges Niang. Like,
I,
yeah,
George
I'm
is
gonna
Niang.
say a controversial statement right here. I honestly think if this team is not like 10 games over 500, like by trade deadline, they should trade Donovan Mitchell. In my opinion, honestly,
Wow.
go out and get somebody that actually fits the needs of your team while you still have like the most valuable piece you can move. You know the dude doesn't want to be there. So you have to go make a move and like he just doesn't fit with what they need. Like that's the thing with Donovan Mitchell. I love Donovan Mitchell. I'm not trying to be down on him at all. It's just stylistically him and Garland are just not a good duo going forward in my opinion. I just don't see it. It's kind of like a better version of early Portland in the sense they actually have bigs to go with these guys, but then it's still just it doesn't add up to like a really like a well-oiled machine of a team. So I that's maybe controversial, but I would genuinely consider moving Mitchell if the season is not going well. Just go get something while you can. They have no three on this team that's actually like worthy of starting in the NBA.
Yeah, it's funny. Like what they needed is what they traded away. Like if they had
Mhm.
Laurie,
It'd be perfect. It'd be
yeah,
absolutely perfect for this team. Just put Mobley at the 5. I know he's skinny, but he could play 5. And then, I like Jared Allen too, but honestly, you have Laurie at the 4, Mobley at 5. That is a much better team than what this is.
yeah, yeah.